Hey everybody, today I'm in Summerlin at Tivoli Village. Tivoli Village is similar to an outdoor mall but a little bit different. They do have shops. This is a mixture of retail and office spaces. They have some services here, some boutiques, salons, spas, and a few other things, some high-end places. I don't really know much about Tivoli Village. This is actually my first time here. I've read that Tivoli Village is the perfect location for a special date or just a night out with friends. There can be dancing on the streets and all kinds of events here, including a farmer's market on Saturday. At least that's what I've read. I don't know if that's still going on. So this place is designed beautifully with an Italian architecture and an Italian vibe. It wasn't too crowded when I got here around 4:30 p.m. on a Friday evening. The atmosphere was very pleasant, the place was gorgeous, and they even had valet parking. Free of charge, you just pay tip. I'm here to go to Sam Marvin's restaurant. Who is Sam Marvin? He owns the much celebrated Los Angeles restaurant Bottega Louie. He's one of the most acclaimed butchers in the country. And he's even beaten Bobby Flay on that one show on Food Network. He owns this place called Echo and Rig, which doubles as a butcher shop and a steakhouse. There have been some amazing reviews about this place. And I was reading on Yelp and the reviews were fantastic and I wanted to come and try this place. But the name Echo and Rig reminds me of some kind of a oil rig off of the Gulf Coast. Exxon or Chevron, some kind of a rig. I guess it's the word rig. But who cares what it's called as long as they have great steaks. I'd eat at a place called Texaco if they had great steaks.
Good stuff.
So how does this work? Is the first floor is the butcher shop?
Yes, sir.
So we can order by the pound, just take it home?
I'll cut as big or small as you want, whatever you need.
I actually have reservations for the restaurant and that's only on the second floor?
Yes, yeah. Well, you can dine. There's like small tables by the bar and there's a few tables here. They have upstairs inside and they have upstairs.
So this is a real butcher shop. They have beef from Creekstone Farms. If you know Creekstone, it's a very reputable beef. You can do your research on Creekstone if you want to know more. In addition to that, they have Akashi. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Akashi is an incredible beef. This has a story of its own. This is like the Wagyu and the Kobe beef, but a little bit less expensive. And the reason why I'm raving about this beef is because I've already eaten it. Both the Creekstone and the Akashi Wagyu, incredible. And if you've never tried it, come to this place and try it. So this on the first floor, I was told used to be an oyster bar, but since COVID, they haven't done any oyster shucking. And they also have a bar with a TV screen on the first floor. The second floor is where the restaurant dining area is located. They have patio seating here as well.
He's actually worked all the farms to make sure it's all free range, so no hormones, no GMOs, no antibiotics. Same price, they're $2.60 per ounce, so just depending on the size of them. Tomahawks here come from Beeman Farms in Texas. They're the popular ones. Soy sauce with garlic, brown sugar, and pineapple juice. All this juice squirts out every bite. Awesome steak. But obviously these take longer to cook, so I'll go find a bad one for you.
So after the last video when I got a basic salad, today I wanted to try something a little more different, a little more exotic. So I got the fried spinach salad. It has red onion, cauliflower, broccoli, and chili lime vinaigrette. These are portobello fries. They are the giant mushrooms. It comes with some kind of a green sauce. Sorry, I didn't really look into it. Hey, it must be good, right? The portobellos were really good. They were delicious. If you like mushrooms, you'll like it even more. The sauce, I didn't really notice too much. It could have been there, it could have not been there. It didn't make a difference. But the mushroom was really good. And there was a lot. They were pretty big, so be careful not to get too filled up. The fried spinach salad was different. I didn't know what to make of it. It was a little bit weird. When you bite into it, it just kind of melted in your mouth. But then I noticed the vinaigrette underneath the fried spinach. That's when I realized I should have mixed it all first. The vinaigrette is where the flavor comes from. The fried spinach alone is just kind of like dried seaweed in your mouth. It just kind of melts away without any flavor. Together with the vinaigrette, it was pretty good, but I think next time I'll try something else. No regrets on the portobellos. Once again, the portobello mushrooms were delicious. So here, I was pretty anxious for the steak, and I wasn't trying to be artistic. I was just waiting and didn't have anything else to do. So here is the silverware, and then here is the tomahawk. The steaks were served with their in-house potato chips and an array of sauces. There was like 7 of them. Horseradish, blue cheese, and a couple of other fancy ones. I'm not going to get into the sauces too much. We also ordered a garlic mashed potatoes with white cheddar. The skirt steak was only a 10 ounce, and if you get it off of the preset menu, most of them are around 10 ounces, but they are a lot cheaper. This was $30 for a pure Wagyu skirt steak. I ordered the 40 ounce tomahawk, but my first bite was this Wagyu skirt steak. The first bite of this Wagyu skirt steak is something I'm not going to forget anytime soon. It was incredible. It blew me away. I was like, I can't believe it. This tastes so good. The flavor was incredible. And I was blown away by the tenderness also. It really must be a true Wagyu. And there is a difference. And if you saw my last video, you know what kind of an experience I had. So maybe that's what made this experience even more intense. But as good as the Wagyu skirt steak was, it wasn't the one I ordered, so I retreated back to my dish, which was the 40 ounce tomahawk ribeye. The owner, Sam Marvin, was asked what type of steaks that he preferred, and his personal preference is the Spencer steak and the bavette, or bavette, or bavette. There's all kinds of different ways to pronounce that word. Most of the steaks on the menu are around 10 ounces, unless you order from the butcher block, which are a lot bigger and you know exactly how many ounces you're getting. So I wanted something a lot bigger. A lot of people will order these larger steaks and share it. It'll be like a meal for 2, and same with the sides. But I wanted something this big for myself, and if I have leftovers, it's always a bonus for me to take home leftover steak. I love leftover steak. But this tomahawk was unlike any other that I've had. It was incredibly marbled and fatty and had a rich flavor. It was juicy and moist. The flavor is what got me though. The flavor is the most amazing thing for the steaks that I've had here. I have a newfound respect for the Creekstone Farms or wherever they get their steaks, probably not all from Creekstone. Even the Wagyu, all the cuts of steaks here were excellent, and I'm not an expert on steak. But the quality of the steaks here and the overall flavor was one of the best that I've ever experienced. The bottom line is, it was good, really good. I can't say enough about the steaks here. The flavor, the tenderness, and even the sauces that they give you, about 7 sauces. I didn't really use too many of the sauces. I did taste them, but I felt that the steaks were really good by themselves. Maybe a little horseradish for me, that's all I really needed. But they give you an opportunity to try a variety of their sauces and steak accompaniments, and a variety of them served at your table. 7 sauces, that's pretty impressive in itself. If you're interested in prices, I will tell you it's very difficult to find updated prices. So here are a couple shots of the menu. These are the prices of the steaks that are on the menu. Now remember, most of these are around 10 ounces. If you want something bigger, you can order by the ounce, but sometimes they may not have everything available, such as you may not be able to find a 55 ounce, as was the case when I visited. But on the butcher block, they'll bring to your table some larger cuts, and it's currently $2.60 per ounce. And their prices seem to fluctuate quite often. A lot of their menus will have dates on them. And then on their website, they have a menu, but they don't really have prices. So keep in mind that the prices on this video is as of March 2022. I was so lost in the steaks and so into the steaks that I forgot all about the mashed potatoes. But anyway, this is what was left of my 40-ounce steak. I gave away a couple pieces, but I took home about 4 slices. And then this is a dessert that was complimentary, caramel turtle. And I don't know the price for this one because I didn't ask and I couldn't find it online or anywhere else. And I didn't take a photo of the dessert menu. Anyway, the caramel turtle was really good. They make everything in-house, everything from the caramel to the shavings and the toppings. It was really good. And here's the total bill. Considering the current situation, this is not bad because I've had a lot worse. So now one of my favorite steak places is Echo and Rig in Tivoli Village, Summerlin. I heard they might open one in Green Valley near my neighborhood. I highly recommend this place, and thanks to the staff and the management and everybody who made this such a great experience. That's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.